What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about two stocks today. We're going to be going over Ultramar, this one here, for a non-girder, and then ENVX for AJ's Chamberger. AJ, if you could, at my request, I'm doing your request here, if you could, at my request, and for anybody watching this, if you could tell me if it's a stock or a crypto, whatever you're requesting, or a commodity, an ETF, that always helps. That definitely does help. I think you requested this on a crypto video, so I assumed it was a crypto, and it's okay. I don't care. Even there will be people who continue to do this, and maybe it's my mistake, maybe it's their mistake. I'm not upset at all. It's fine. It's okay. I will happily type up something that I find out is a stock, even if I'm doing a crypto video, and then just bring this up again. But you know, it does make things glide a little smoother if you let me know if it's a stock or a crypto. So for anybody watching this, if you can specify if you're talking about a stock or a crypto in your request, that does help me. But if not, and I have to figure it out the hard way, it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't that big of a deal. It's just a request. It's just a request to make things smoother. So if you can help out with that, great. If not, whatever. It's really not. I'll still do the requests as requested. But anyways, let's get started with this Ultramar, Ultramarine, and then ENVX. That's the order we're doing it. So looking at this here on the BSE, and yes, I've got the music playing in the background. It's not copyrighted, so that's nice. But I am going to pause it right now so that we can get a little bit more focused, hopefully. So, although I don't think it's at a distracting level in the background, I think it is a nice background noise. But let me know in the comments, guys. Should I keep it playing throughout the whole video, or is it good to cut it off after the intro? Let me know. Top to bottom, 786 resistance below your 382. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's look at it for what it is, just on the price action itself. V-shaped recovery. I don't like this, man. I really don't like this. This looks like it wants to do this. It really does. It's like a reverse bow, or just a fancy M, if that makes any sense. You can't look up reverse bow. If you look up reverse bow, it won't come up with anything. I call it the reverse bow because to me, and if you've been watching the channel, you know, because I've identified this a few times, but you get this little formation here. It's more like this actually in the middle. It kind of looks like a bow to me. It looks like the arrow would go this way, but it's the reverse bow because instead of your price action going in the direction the arrow should go, it forms the other side of the bow. So I call it the reverse bow, even though maybe it's just like a bow itself. I don't know. It's basically an M pattern, right, with like a W in the middle. And there can be W patterns with M patterns in the middle as well. So anyways, it's not so much a W pattern here this time, but still, I think it still fits the narrative. But it's a very bearish week. Your weekly looks terrible. It doesn't look good at all. You probably do find support in this area. You probably do. You probably move. You're at 350. You probably move up over the weeks to come, maybe even the months to come. At least a month. I would say at least 2 weeks to 6 weeks, somewhere in that range. You're going to move up to about 390, 395. But inevitably, I think in the long term, the midterm to long term, you are going to go lower. You are. Personally, that's my genuine opinion. Finding support in your golden ratio zone, yeah. You probably move back up to about, maybe you don't even go to 390. Maybe you find resistance at 385. If you can close a week or a day above 414, I'd really like to see a week though, $414, then it might be on to the upside again. And then this bearish side that I'm calling for is relinquished. But until you do that, until you close above $414 on a daily or a weekly, preferably a weekly, I'm convinced that you're going to go to 250 to 211, potentially down to 153. So that's Ultramarine. Yes. I don't like the weekly. The weekly looks bad, bro. It's in a spot where it could find support right now, but it looks like it at least wants to go to the oversold zone. It doesn't look good. And with that kind of movement, especially after this, you'd get some relief. You would probably go below these lows, and at that point, it's on to that 250 level or lower, right? So that's my best opinion. Prove me wrong. Close above, what was it, 414? Whatever, or was it 440? I don't remember. 414. Close above 414. ENVX. Also looks bad. I don't like it at all. Flat bottom, descending highs. Not a good look. Weekly does not look good. Daily looks sad, though you are also, as well as the last one, you are in an area where it wouldn't be crazy for you to bounce. You probably do bounce, and if you don't, well, you're on to the downside for sure. But you're probably going to bounce to around like $11 to $12, and then you'll come back down, and maybe you bounce again from there, or maybe not, but soon you're going to, relatively soon, I'd say in the midterm, short term, near term, months from now, probably, you will break this and go lower. See you at $4.57 to $3, just below $3, somewhere in that range. That's my expectations at the moment. I don't like the way this chart looks. It's a very new chart, relatively speaking, so anything can happen. I could definitely be wrong, but the way it looks right now is not encouraging. Lower highs with a flat base is not encouraging, especially on a macro scale like this. I really don't like to see that. So probably up a little bit of upside from here and then down. And maybe you even go above $12. You could go all the way up to like $18. With the way the weekly looks, I don't really expect that, but it could happen. I suppose. I really do. You could go, I guess, $16 to $18, but from here, which is decent gains, being at $7. But in the long term, I think you're going lower. With the way the weekly looks on this RSI, I really wouldn't expect that you close above these highs here, so that's why I'm saying $11 to $12 is probably where you're going to go. And that would make sense too, right? Closing low there at about $12.08, like find resistance at a previous area of support, at a previous area of resistance, $11 here, just because it kind of makes sense with this. I don't know, like if you were to draw a line going down here, it kind of makes sense to like go right in there. I don't know. Anyways, and then with that kind of move, you'd probably move up to your 50 and then reject, and then that'd be the precipice to send you into oversold conditions, which would also probably be the precipice to send you below this support line and down. So, I don't know. Short term on both of them, I am bullish. Midterm to long term, bearish. So, if you guys like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Let me know what you think about the music. I really do appreciate you. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.